Have you ever united people for a really good cause? You felt like a hero, but somehow someone else took the credit for it. I would like to share a story with you, and maybe you can relate to it, especially in today's world we live in, that we have been divided by race, color, political views, media, tradition, religion, and I'm sure you know the rest of it. I remember working as a gardener about 10 years ago, grass cutting, pruning, planting around some of the London parks. As you can imagine, working as a gardener, you're always outside, and sometimes when you really have to go to the toilet, it's not always one convenient. So what do? One of my workmates was reported for urinating in the bushes. The rumors kept circulating that afternoon that he will be fired. I took it really personal. I kept picturing myself being in his shoes. He was a family man. He had 3 little kids to feed. He had a wife, a house, a car, like most people. I just could not accept it that he would be fired for something that we had no choice for it. As a gardener, working always outside, the management and the boss knew about it. So if they fired him for that, that means it could also have easily been any one of us in the company. I remember watching a film when I was about 10 years old. The film was about the national hero of my country, where he gathered all his soldiers around him while he's sitting in his prestigious chair. He asked one of them soldiers to bring him a twig. He goes out, comes back with the twig. The leader takes that twig and snaps it in half. Then he asks to bring him a bundle of twigs, and he tries to break them. But he can't. Then he tells the soldiers, if you let others divide you, they will break you as easily as this twig. But if you are united and stick together like the bundle of twigs, no one or nothing could break you. I was thinking, how can I help my workmate? Or if I was in his shoes, how would I have liked to be helped? So I started spreading the word that our workmate would be fired for urinating in the bushes. I was making my workmates conscious about the situation. I started telling them that if they fired him just like this without any remorse, they could do it as easily to every one of us. I was thinking of speaking up, but back then I was a little shy. I also didn't speak very well English to explain the situation properly. So I was thinking, who would or could be the best person to speak up about the situation? Johnny. He was a really confident and very outspoken person. I started influencing him to speak up. Johnny, he was really loud, had a big mouth, and he could really talk 500 to 800 words per minute. I know that he would be the best person and the only one who could make them listen without giving them a chance to interrupt him. Johnny and I organized and united all of our workmates that afternoon. The next morning, when they called our workmate in the office to fire him, guess what? We all walked in with him, and Johnny explained how unfair it is to fire for that. He told the management and the boss, if you fire him, we all leave in with him. I felt so proud of myself and my workmates. We saved our workmate for being fired. That was by far one of my biggest and happiest feelings I have ever felt in my life. It's not a rocket science to understand what people want. I learned a really big lesson by uniting people for a really good cause, which makes me think in today's world we live in, how we get divided and controlled from all kinds of different sources of information, especially political parties, news and social media, that they are trying the best to divide us. How so? If the political parties were really for the people, why does it have to be 20 political parties in 2 million people in one country? I'm curious. Well, there would be no need for 20 political parties, or is there purpose of controlling people like sheep? Because if you can divide people, you can also control more easily like sheep. What do you think? Thanks for watching and bye for now.